Happy to introduce today resource person, Dr. Agalya. Dr. V. Agalya is working as the associate professor and innovation and entrepreneurship head, CMR IT, CMRIT Institute of Bangalore. She has completed BE from Periyar University, ME from Anna University, and received a PhD in electrical engineering from Anna University. Dr. Agalya has undergone offline training and got certified and innovation ambassador from Ministry of Education, Innovation Cell, Government of India in 2019. Also, she completed advanced level certification training in 2021. She has head of IIC and a nodal officer since 2020 and coordinate various innovation activities at the college level. She has conducted various workshops on design thinking, IPR, pattern drafting, and filing to faculty and students. She served as a resource person for various colleges in all India level. She mentors the students teams to participate in various competitions and produced eight entrepreneurs. She supported for 12 startup initiation from the year 2021 to till date. He received many awards like Best IAC Faculty Award during 2021, Appreciation Award during 2019-20, Best Volunteer of Innovation Award from AACT towards NIC 2020, Best Teacher and Best Role Model Award during 2011-12, and also she received Best Researcher Award from IIT OD as well as the Best Paper Award from ISCE 14th Annual Convention. She has around 19 years of teaching and research experience. Her area of specialization include power electronics, VLSI design, biomedical, and control system. She has published 21 research papers in SCI and Scopus Index Journal. She has two Indian patent granted and 15 Indian patent and design filed and published. So I am happy to invite once again our resource person, Professor V. Agalya. Welcome, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Very good morning to everyone. Thank you very much, Dr. Dhanasekaran, sir, introducing about me in an elaborate way. And I would like to appreciate the effort of the organization, especially to arrange such kind of a workshop to the Mentee Institute. And I would like to thank the management, principal, and dean, and the Mentor-Mentee Program coordinator, everyone. So for the appreciation of the effort organizing the event. So, as you all know, my name is Dr. Agalya. I'm heading over of Innovation Entrepreneurship Cell of CMRIT. So, it's my honor to address the pitching event. It's my honor to address the pitching event of proof of concept. So, linking with the innovation ambassador. So, before going to start the session, just a minute. So it's my honor to address to the Mentee Institute faculty members and students. So I hope it could be an interactive session. And before going to start the session, I would like to ask two questions from you all. And who we will call as an entrepreneur, and why we need to go for a startup. So these are the two questions will be covered with the proof of concept and how do we pitch and various platforms are there for pitching the events, so that the introduction along with our college, whatever the steps we have initiated with the examples, I can share the thoughts to you all. The question which I am going to repeat again: who is called an entrepreneur and why we need to go for a startup? So as we are the faculties, always we need to guide a student and we should be a role model for the student as well as the junior faculties. So many seniors are maybe there. Can I get some answer from you people? So meanwhile, I'll share my screen. Is my screen is visible to everyone?
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Thank you. So the title which is given to me, it is pitching even for proof of concept, scouted and linked with an innovation ambassador for mentorship support. So the recently many initiations are done by the AICT, and the one which is going to help for the nation, that is called innovation ambassador. So the trainers always, we are expecting the company people has to give inputs, and we are depending on the resource person from the industry side only. So that is the main intention of Ministry of Education and Innovation till they started. Why not the academic faculty to be an trainer? So that is what they named as Innovation Ambassador. So it started on the year of 2019, and they have conducted a program for offline and different themes. So the themes are, might be in your colleges also. Many faculties have recently attended the foundation level innovation ambassador trainings, uh, advanced level innovation ambassador trainings. So these are the true trainings will help the faculty to enrich your uh, learning skills about innovation and entrepreneurship. So, the role of the innovation ambassador has to guide, has to mentor the entire institute inside and outside of the organization in all India level. So, that is the intention of the innovation ambassador. They have given a credit to them. The academic faculties also will be a resource person for all the events. That is why the people are now emerging innovation ambassadors are giving more talks. So the role is, the four themes are there. So if you wanted to guide your students in a proper way, so you should be divide into an four groups. Each group will be worked towards the theme. So the first theme, we may call it as an IPR. So the intellectual property rights, you can the team will be helping for filing a patent and drafting a patent, and we have to be go with the further process of the patent prosecution. Everything the team will be helping to the college level. And the second theme is design thinking. So if you wanted to innovate something, so you need an idea. So without the idea, you cannot able to proceed further. So the ideation, it should not be same for each and every human being thinking. It should be a creative level thinking. So the creative level thinkings will come under the second theme called design thinking. I think many of you people have undergone the training of design thinking. And the third theme, which will be reflects on, so incubation support. So if any of the institute among the five institute, if you are not getting any incubation center, so the incubation in charge, those who attended the training, they will help the institute to proceed further for launching the incubation center for the college. So this is the third theme. After launching the incubation center, what we need to do under the incubation center itself, that is called producing an entrepreneurs and creating a culture among the institute. That is the fourth theme. The fourth theme is called entrepreneurship. So these are the four themes which is created by the Ministry of Education during the year of 2019. And after that, each region they have given a trainings. So southern, west, and southern region. So they are, it's like in railway regions. So they also given a training for the group of regions. So each people, they have um, undergone the training and they got the credit. The role of the innovation ambassador, every year they need to support inside the college and outside college minimum one activity. This is the target which is given by the Ministry of Education, and they are supporting the academic people as well as to grow up the other organization too. So this is what the intention of the title, which is linked with an innovation ambassador for the mentorship. So you, if you don't have any innovation ambassador in your institute, you can get support from the nearby colleges or any colleges in the India. So that you can check it with the innovation ambassador portal. And if you wanted to find out my name, it will be there, and they are given one register ID for me, and the phone number, mail ID, and everything. So this is the impact of innovation ambassador. So if anybody's are not undergone in your institute, you make them, because mentee institutes are beginners, or might be you also will be this time 4 stars. So you can encourage your faculties, and the student innovation ambassadors also a separate program is running on. So select the few students, and those students will be called the student innovation ambassadors, so they can support for the Atal Tinkering Lab of the schools. So this is the intention of the title, which is always linked with an innovation ambassador. So coming to the question which I asked you. So I asked who is called an entrepreneur and why we need to go for a startup. So can I get answer now?
Good morning, ma'am.
Yes, very
My
good
name
morning, Srinivas.
my name is Srinivas. I'm from VJIT MBA first year.
Yes,
Entrepreneur is nothing but an individual who takes start to a business with his own idea.
yes, own idea. Very good.
Yeah, yeah, to earn huge profits.
Okay, own idea and to earn is profits.
Yeah, right.
Okay. So then any answers from anybody else?
Hi Agalya. This is Srikanth from BITS, MBA first year.
Yeah.
So I agree with him, but the next question actually, what it makes like why we need the startups. See, currently the industry is like very competitive, and we are going for upgrading with the machine learning, artificial intelligence, all those things. So basically, manual labor is getting reduced. So due
Okay.
to this reason, right, I feel like everyone wants to start up their own thing because like they want to be an own business person actually, like rather than working or something else, because you don't have any like particular period of time like this person can be employed or something else apart from the government jobs I expect it, but most of them in the private sectors actually. So that's where like people, and right now due to this technology as well as the what kind of courses or what emerges, right, definitely people are thinking out of box. That is making them to start up, what I feel, and that is essential for a company to for a country to grow as well as that's what.
Okay, I think you have given a more detail about this. This is a way if you are doing and if you are taking in class to the students, they won't understand easily, Srikanth. And
Yeah.
first, I would like to appreciate you. You are calling me as an Agalya. So that is a leader should have the capability. You should not hesitate to call the names of your workers. So this I give an example for others. So don't worry about that. If you are calling any person from anybody else with the name, so it is a leadership quality. It is a one step of leadership quality. It will be there in it. So I appreciate Trikant if you've done this one. Then the next we can go with the different answer. He is giving an elaborate information. So maybe the beginners they cannot able to understand. So from Srinivas, he said it is an the ideas. So if it is an own idea, there is nowhere existing in the world. You are the first person going to be launch the ideas. So, are we call the ideas itself an innovation? I need a one word answers, but not too much of the definitions.
Yes.
No,
No. Yes, no. I'm getting two answers from you guys. Anybody else from the other students? Or even the faculty also you may interact with that. It is like a debate. So what Srinivas it is said is it is correct. No, because if people are having a lot of ideas in their mind, but is it all the ideas came into the market? So
no,
that
ma'am.
is, yes, that is the example which I wanted to give you. You can take an example of the mobile models. The mobile models earlier it was an the 1100. Later it is the versions are came. Now we are using an iPhones. Then laptops. So because we people are living in digital era, so we are taking in best example of this one. And making in food, it is very difficult for the house that is housewives, so they are all ordering the food from outside. So many of the restaurant people are just merged with the best example, Swiggy. So, which of the restaurant you are interestingly getting in food, you immediately order the food in the online, and it will be reach out to your house. So many things are there that all the successful entrepreneurs are implemented the idea. So ideas alone means we cannot call it as an innovation. It should be a combination of ideas plus an implementation. So the idea, when you started with the mini project level and converted into a mega project, and the testing of the first project reached to the our customers and the societal use, then you can get the feedback from each and everyone. Then year wise you can update your product. That is called proof of concepts. So pitching an event. So after making a proof of concept, so what you people will do? Is it enough for making only the proof of concept is ready? So where you have to be go and approach. So that is why the second question, which is linking with the why we need a startup. So the answer which I wanted to give you, who is called an entrepreneur? The one who is having a strong vision to implement his idea, and also he have a passion to innovate. So all the people, they will not innovate. If I'm motivating an ex-student, the ex-student will be getting some inputs from me, and he is day by day it is motivated. Then finally that ex-student really he will be convert that his idea, what is comes to into the dream, he will make into the product.
Madam,
So
sorry for the disturbance.
yes,
Your slide is moving or?
no sir, I'm not moving
Oh,
this first slide.
okay,
Okay.
okay, right.
So the one who is having a strong vision to implement his idea, and a passion to innovate something to the society, and also he will be having an inspiration for the upcoming generation. So those people, the challenges taking person, risk accepting person, then what should be different words we can give it for the entrepreneur itself. So if you dream it, then it should be come into the implementation stage. Without implementation, you cannot go for the pitching an event. So if you participate in any kind of a project contest and all, you need a prototype, right? So even it could be a software or a hardware. So software results, they are asking, the reviewer is asking, do you have a software results with you? And hardware means whether the hardware is working is properly. These are the questions is coming from the general inputs of your college level final year project presentation. So external reviewer will ask a question like this. So with this input, we will move on to the next question as why we need a startup. So if you are an entrepreneur, really, and you are an challenging entrepreneur, and definitely you will start your company. So we can also call it as he is not a boss. Entrepreneurs and startup holders are not a boss. He is a leader. So and also he is an innovator. And this is the words we can define for the entrepreneur. So definitely the entrepreneur will make the startups. Just a minute. Yeah. So we'll move on to the second slide. So you need to be focused for the pitching of proof of concept. So towards the startup and towards the entrepreneur innovation, and the innovation will be getting it through the proof of concept. So is the innovation and proof of concept is enough for going for a startup? Not at all. So you always go with the approaching the accelerator and the investors who is going to invest the money for your product. So yeah, always you can select the ideas, the burning problem which is around us, you need to choose. Then only the innovation will be accepted by the society. So the best example we can take it as a toothpaste. The toothpaste is the famous, it is a Colgate company. And one more example, we can take it as Ola. The Ola, it is an urban city, every people have started using it. So the thing is that creative thinking, the Ola owners, the founders are, they done the project in the final year. Finally, it is launched, and after it is came into the market as OLA. So this is the founder of the Ola. So yeah, they too are started the company, and with the basement of final year project. So always I request the students and the faculty members to support the team to convert it to be a proof of concept and send them to different competitions, and especially for not the simple project contest and all, you have to send them to the different innovation challenges, like so many events are there. I will tell you one by one. So where do we get the funding when you are studying from the first year to the end? So if you people have to be think it in the first year with the creative level, and when you are leaving at the final year, definitely you will be a startup holder. So this was the government initiation scheme, Atmanirbhar Bharat for vocal to local, and the other one is Modi ji. He initiated Made in India, Make in India. So now increasing number of populations, there will be a demand for a need of everything. So you can give, don't be a job seeker, you always be a job provider. So this is what the intention of pitching event, and the entrepreneurship and startups are innovations all should be in the cycle. Then how to pitch, and are you need a mentorship from outside people? Yes, exactly, because when you are going to participate in the pitching event, the ex company will be the reviewer, and they will be reviewing the project, and they will be suggesting you can take the Y as your mentor from my company. So the automatically, when you are applying in project innovation challenges and all, the companies will ready to invest the money for your idea, and they are giving and mentoring support to your work. So the stages of a pitching event, why we need to start up the startup, it because it is I have an innovation. So why it is an innovation? I have a proof of concept. So why the proof of concept you have created? I got a from 40,000 fund from the challenging contest of so and so. Then after that, are you need any mentorship or a investment? Yes, exactly, then only this is the process way you need to go. Then the sources of funds from angel investors. So these are the things you have to be always focus on the areas. So with this, I'll tell you, entrepreneurs are not invested money, but they invested the two important parameters. So can you tell me what is that? We people are always thinking startup company holders are they are investing so much of money, and the entrepreneurs are always stressful. They are not at all concentrating the family and anything else. 24 hours or 48 hours they are sitting in the company and doing for the growth itself. The growth will be coming at the end of the 5th year. But if you wanted to start up, you can start simply, automatically the updation will come one by one. So you should be always enjoy the journey. Without the enjoyment, and you should be always produce a successful products to the market, getting an feedback from the customers. So the customers are the human beings or the industries, anything you can just give a solution for the burning problems. So every idea, it has been implemented with the innovation. So innovation is the key resources of entrepreneurship and startup. So then only they will become an successful entrepreneurs. So the successful entrepreneurs are, I'm telling the Swiggy and then the OLA, and we can take it the. So the question which I asked you, are they invested money? But they invested the two parameters. So I think the emerging entrepreneurs are interacting with me. I need an answer from you all. Instead of investing money, all the successful entrepreneurs are invested the two parameters. So what are they?
Sorry if I'm correct. I feel like time is important. So time they might have invested.
Yes, exactly, Shrikant. One is the time. He has given the clue, the time. With respect to the time, if you wanted to complete the proof of concept with it, with the stipulated time period, you need to invest the time. If you wanted to make a proof of concept within 18 hours, definitely you have to be invest the time and get the input from the customers. Then only the product will be going for the second level updation, third level updation. Simply the first level implementation, we may call it is an ugly prototype. It won't be useful for the society. So you need to make it should be an usable to the X person. Up to that level, you have to be evaluate yourself. So one is the time and the other one is brain. So all the successful entrepreneurs they are not investing money for the machinery, or they are not investing recruiting more number of people in the company, but they are investing the time and brain for the ideas. So the initial step, it should be the foundation level are ideas. So ideas are highly expensive than the time and brain. So combination of these three only the people are invested. Then with this the best example which I wanted to share in Tamil Nadu, and the famous dhoti maker. So he is a founder of the dhoti making company and KR Natarajan. So what he has done is, that there is no investment of the human resources, there is no investment of the physical resources. There is a sticky type of dhotis are he made. So simple innovation, and there is no such kind of machinery, complicated machinery, and the design is there on it. So every 3 months he is producing an 25 lakhs of fund. So that is an income. I'm telling the income. So profit he is earning from 5 lakhs to 25 lakhs from within the 3 months. So when he started a startup in the beginning. So these are the examples which I wanted to tell you. So you people, if you wanted to really to be an entrepreneur, then you should be invest your time and use your brain for your idea generation, and you have to be convert the innovation here. So ideas and implementation, we may call it is an innovation. So the next, so the example which I have given, it is on KR Nagarajan. He has invested at the best for the dhotis. It is in traditional wear. Before it will be an sticky type, and no such kind of a manual approach. So like that, as much as simple ideas you can think and go for the filing a patent of the innovation, and you can produce immediately to the market. If you got an idea, immediately you can complete that proof of concept and go for the pitching event of the nearby manufacturing industries, and then contact them continuously. And if any events are organizing by the industry, you go and participate voluntarily. Then they will be seen within 6 months, you will be appraised by the same company. So this is called a reverse osmosis process. The next OLA story, which I said already, is Sri Harsha is an founder of OLA. But initially, when he started with the company of during 2000 to 2009, he failed. So the company name called, it is a bundle. The name of the company, it is a bundle. It is a failure startup. It is a failure startup, but still he is an best entrepreneur in the India. Why means because he modified the proof of concept after getting the failures. So don't use the word as failure. If it is an the innovation, either to win or you learn. You should not use the word as failure. So that means fail first, then only you will get some various inputs from the reviewer and the industry persons. Then it will help to modify your proof of concept in the third stage. Again, you can apply for the next year, the same pitching event. And this is the way you have to be improve your product. So that is why the example failure as an entrepreneur, we can take an example of Sri Harsha's story. And he created a company called Bundle in the beginning. Later he modified, and the name called it is famous Swiggy. So every single restaurant under his control today. So this is a kind of innovation is always aggregating and delivering a food to the customers. Might be among your life cycle, at least once you will be used the Swiggy. So the next OLA story. So the founder of Bhavish and Akit, they two are the final year team members, and they started the project. And after came into the project only, it reaches to the market as OLA. So it is founded by them. So the very interesting story here it is. This was their final year project, and most dominating platform for the nation. Now we are preferring OLA. So every single success is a part of idea implementation. So this is what I wanted to tell you from these 6 stages. So the second stage and third stage is very, very interesting and a challenging task you have to be complete as much as earlier. Okay, so after that, so what is the next we will go doing on it? Then you can see here a plan. So this is in our college, we are planning like this. So our faculty members are driving always, every college is the same flow only. So there will be a group of project teams, which will be allotted to the faculty member. And the project teams, always we are having a culture to go with a little innovation in the final year project itself. And these projects are driven by the faculty and supported to the students to go for an intellectual property rights as patents or designs. So after that, we will look into that within 12 months, we need to update the IPR. Then what should we do? We need an examination report before going for giving in comments for the examination. Minimum viable product should be there with them. So at the end of your project, definitely you will be create one hardware. That hardware we are able to give it to some X person to use it. So this will be called as realizing the minimum viable product. How do we make it for the pitching event? So this always we are guiding the students to prepare the business plan from the third semester itself. So this is the flow we have doing it for the project making. And after the students having in clarity, then they will be personally approaching the company or creating the startups, or else if not possible, the innovation will be helpful for the technology transfer to the company. That means the owners are you, but you are not able to produce a profit. Then what is the other thing you are going to be do it for that? So you are the owner of X company, and you have to be share your ideas to the B company, and the X and B will be a bonding. And what the B is asking, transfer your technology to me, and you can keep the ownership with you. So every year we will providing a fund to you as a monthly salary, or it should be an fee for the technology transfer. So this is what once you done the innovation will help to become an entrepreneur. It will help to go for a startup, and it will help to earn money from the third semester onwards. So you have to be planned earlier, and you can earn money and enjoy the journey of learning. So this is what the creative cultures we have adopted for our student entrepreneurs. Finally, at the end of the final year, we need to produce an entrepreneur. So I can take an example of few case studies in my college. So always what we will do is, so how do we do to pitch the event? So pitching the event, the first stage, we faculty have a team, and the faculty team has to drive the students to do and design thinking. At the end of the design thinking, they will be come up with an in the paper form of designs. So the design will be implemented into the product. So that will be called as an ugly prototype. And we are sending them to different competitions. You can see here, there is a different competition names are in and around the flowchart. So these are the names, different competitions we are always sending every academic year, and at least 2 batches they won every academic year in the each contest. So the success of these events are, initially we are training with the design thinking, then we are participating, insisting the students to participate in the various events like FICCI, Ideas for India, Elevate Unnati, then GHCI, BIRAC, then AICT, RPS is for faculties, and AICT, CMRIT, Pre-Rana, VGST, and few things are for faculty level and few for the student level. So now the recently initiated by the government of Ministry of Education is a National Innovation Contest 2019. After the 20, then 21, 21 there is nothing is happened. So 22 it is waiting for the idea submission, and the Smart India Hackathon, the famous event for pitching the POC level. It is in Smart India Hackathon. The call for came already. Then so many events. I can give you an introduction. How do we create a culture in your campus too? So first you start the design thinking to train the students. If faculties are not sufficient, you can get trained by external persons. Then those faculties have to be always taken session for the students. Then make them to participate in different competitions. Then fail first and get some input. Do the modification again, and the same team they can apply for the next year. And finally, they always, if you go for a little innovation, file first in IP India, then you go for the contest. So once you known to it is known to the public, it won't be get an IP rights. So the problem statement should be very clear, and it should have a novel. The novel only it will be an IP. So IP should be owned by the institute. In your institute, you can add on the name of applicant as your college, and make them to be successful at the end. So this is what the story behind the success of CMRIT. Then I can tell you an example, the winner of Manthan. So every year in our college, two teams, they won the prizes. The story which I wanted to tell you, when it started on the 2014, the Manthan contest, it started on 2014. And from the 2014 itself, every year the students are participating. You can see it is an, can you tell me what is the kind of a product is this? The innovation is very, very simple. There is no much cost effective. There is no human resources needed for investing this. Okay, so let me tell you that story behind the success of Manthan startup holders. This is a company name, finally end with the startup name. It is an Gorky Technologies, which is created by the full and full students only. So it is supported by the faculty team. So the first one, this is the proof of concept. It is an ugly proof of concept prototype. It is not yet used in any of the places. It is called water atomizer. So you know that filter. So in that, between the filter, we are going to use it with the water atomizer. So the first stage of Manthan, they went off with this idea. This is the proof of concept, and they failed at the time. Then they modified again with respect to the input of Manthan team. Then this is the second proof of concept, and next it reaches again, they applied for the next year with the different student team. Then the same thing, it will be failed again. So the third stage, they modified like this. So up to the 3 stages, they are not at all getting success in his level. Then the finally, they modified into the final product. So Manthan 2018 started at the 14 but end with the 2018. So the people are a different team, and they will be called as an alumni of the same institute, right? So we can, the alumni also will be interesting to work with the convert into an end product, because they wanted to be an entrepreneur and to be a startup holder. This is the mindset we created in the beginning. So POC 1, POC 2, POC 3, 4, 5. At the level of POC 5, then it will be a product, and we can use it with the taps, fitting with the taps. So invention is very, very small, but it is useful to the society. You can produce. This is the success story of startup and CMRIT participated in the Manthan. So they have provided 3 lakh rupee for each startup. Then apart from that, what are the events or pitching events are there? This will help you to guide your students to participate in. Every year these competitions are announcing. So one is the Smart India Hackathon, next is the Hackathon, then Manthan. It will be, previously it is only for the Karnataka, but now it is open to 5 states. So all the 5 state people, they can participate in the Fikimanthan. The extension of the deadline, they have extended up to March 31st. So previously it was on Feb 15. Now it is moved into on March 31st. If any of your student teams are interested, you can participate with the Fikimanthan team. The next FA year, a MECAF scholar program, they are announced for the final year students to get funded. It is an FA year. And then the tie pitch competition. So the Indus entrepreneurs are the big dealing of investors to pitching the events. So they are organizing these competitions every academic year. Then apart from that, ESF, IISF, we may call it as an ESF. Then Unnat Bharat Abhiyan, they are providing a fund for the scheme for the college level. But if the students are there, means it will be maximum up to 1 lakh, not beyond the beyond 1 lakh. So there will be a faculty team and student team members. They can submit the proposal to the Unnat Bharat Abhiyan up to 50,000 or up to 1 lakh they can earn. So next is Enable India. So if you really wanted to support the NGO, so NGOs will be come under Enable India. So these are the pitching events. It is there for all the students. You people have to be apply and pitch your ideas and get benefit from the accelerator and moving towards the your startup. So this is what the pitching event. So a small introduction about the Smart India Hackathon 2022. So it is already a nationwide initiation. It is started and the themes are announced. There will be in 425 software problem statement and 785 hardware statements. So if you really wanted to show your talent, you go and read the problem statement, because as you people are an MBA or MC or any engineering departments, you can make the team should be an interdisciplinary. So don't worry about that. I'm from background of arts and science, or I'm from background of, because business tactics and the business plan is a major support for all the inventions. So I request all the MBA or MCA students, you can support to the engineering faculty and you be a part of their team. I will help you to make a business plan in a right way. So how do we approach the angel investors? So like that, you can theoretically, the information and what was the market strategy and everything you can support to the team. So first you have to be build your team, and the team leader having the quality, and he is having a passionate to communicate to the team members always. And he is a dreamer, not he is not a dreamer, he is a doer. So always he has to do, and he has to be self motivated, and independently he has to work towards the winning. So this is what building up your team towards the Smart India Hackathon. And who will participate? There will be in school students are called juniors, and seniors are college level students. So college students are the senior level, school students are junior level. Last year they organized only for the senior level, but now they are included. The same problem statements are applicable for the school students too. So that means there will be a competition between you people. Then innovation we can unlock with the students, and there is a impact of SAH. So the themes they have provided already in website. You can look into the website. The themes are, these are the themes. You can see smart automation, fitness, sports, heritage, culture, transportation, robotics, clean green technology, agriculture, smart vehicles, tourism, renewable sustainable energy, blockchain, cyber security. So these are the themes. Under the themes there will be a 425 and 85 hardware and software problem statements are there. So after this a talk, you can see in the website and find out your suitable problem and proceed for the Smart India Hackathon with the proof of concepts. So this is the story of CMRIT team. They won the SIH in the Singapore India Hackathon. So this is the SIH CMRIT team. Then the Toykathon. So recently, Ministry of Education has announced the Toykathon towards the Atmanirbhar Bharat vocal for a local, and these are the participating ministries. So it is a simple example which I wanted to tell you. So because attracting the kids we have to invert an innovative way of toys. So the innovative way of creating toys itself they have conducted is a pitching event. So if your toys is very good and informative and it should be useful to the kids means the company people they will buy your product and they can invest money for your product itself. So the primary goal is you need to make at least one model. It should be useful to the industry person, attract them, attract the accelerator to invest the money on your product. That is the pitching event agenda. So Taikathon 2022, this is the 4th and February. It is an February announced. Then next is the FICCI month, in which I said already. Earlier it was on only for Karnataka. Now it is applicable for Andhra, Kerala, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, and Delhi, and one more state was there. So these are the states which is involving in the FICCI month. So this is the they have a flow of strategy. So this is the strategy. The previous date is now extended up to 31st March. Previously it was announced on 31st January and synopsis should be 15th Feb. Now they extended up to March itself. So you people have any idea, you can prepare a business plan and fix your company name along with the team member who is a founder, co-founder, market analysis, technical analyst, all those things you have to be incorporate with that presentation itself. So what is your business plan, and then the what is called the minimum viable product and everything. So they have a plan in their website, you can look into that. And they are not only getting your inputs from your side as an synopsis, so they will be evaluating always. They are conducting the workshop for the students to get benefited and to get the mentorship from the FICCI team. So it should be an first level workshop, then again submission of business plan, then preliminary results will be announced. Next, second level workshop they are organizing along with the mentoring, and after the mentoring they are providing an inputs to you, how do we change your business plan. After changing that, then state level, and finally the grand finale will be. So these are the process it has happened for the pitching competitions. So only thing is which I wanted to tell you, you have to be invest the time, brain for your idea. So this is the winner of FICCI month in 2021, because this time we are not selected for the top 3, but we have got a consolation prize. The consolation prize, the title, game changing application to monitor the water level scenario across the country. The second one is books and games with the Profs. So these are the 2 teams, they won consolation prize. And this is the photographic view of both the teams. So it is an excellent platform, and you can always encourage your student team. And this kind of a culture you have to be create in your institute. Really you wanted to support, or really if you wanted to get an entrepreneurship, interact with those kind of people called like-minded people. Then coming to that, FAER. So it is also a thrust areas. Then it is only for the engineering students. It is supporting not only the students as well as the mentor. So mentor also benefited with this scheme, and they also getting fund from the FAER. And next is the tie pitch competition. You can see these are all the symbols and the information and who is the collaborator of Karnataka or Andhra or Tamil Nadu. So there will be a KTech Innovation Hub is collaborated with the TIE Bangalore and Mysore. It is Mysore. It is Mysore. So pitch it to win it. So you see the winning prize. So with respect to that, your idea should be always from the burning problem. You should provide the solution to the society itself. Then ISF. So it is an engineering students festival, ESF we may call. So out of it is an all India level competitions. Then apart from that, Vishwakarma awards are there. So many are there. So you can make a calendar of events, and in that regular advertisements are, ask your coordinators to make the advertisement for each event and circulate to the students teams and motivate them to get winning from this. So this is the tie winner of water saving device in solar geyser of CMRIT, and the themes for the ESF. So these are the themes for every pitching event. There will be each and each is differ from the one to one, so that the themes are differ from the one to one, but under the themes your problem may be an attractive, so that you can check that kind of a problem you are going to select it or not. Then coming to that Unnat Bharat Abhiyan, so this will be initiated Ministry of Human Resource Development, and it will be helpful to the college to adopt the nearby village and support the village VAO support the job, not the job. We may provide a job seeker, and the solutions are, so the adopted villages, you have to be support for organizing the farming, organic farming, or utilizing the renewable resources, water management. If it is any water scarcity is there, you can come up with the solution and go on launch with the village itself. Then you can make this is an yeah, artisan or industry or livelihood jobs. You can give it to the housewives or illiterate people, so that means they will give you a solution to you. Then you can get their product and sell into the market via the Unnat Bharat Abhiyan scheme. Then the basic communities of government skills, what they needed, that is also you have to be provided. And these are the themes are there in the Unnat Bharat Abhiyan. So with this, what we used to do is always we are going to interact with this. You see here, CMRIT, we adopted 5 villages. The villages are nearby our colleges, that is Dodakanjur, Kurubur. Then, so recently the visited villages are the faculties and student members. So faculties and student members, always we are interacting with the VAO office. They will help us to interact with the people, and we are collecting the different kind of problem statements. So first stage, we are collecting the problem statement, and after the problem statement, we are applying to the Unnat Bharat Abhiyan scheme. Then we are making into different teams. We are going for a different villages, and really it is an appreciation from all the village administrative officer. PDOs are helping us, and they are providing the support. And is there any facilities are yeah, needed immediately? So we are the team making an proof of concept. After testing, the trial product will be launched into the village itself. So, and we are getting the fund from the Unnat Bharat Abhiyan scheme is maximum 1 lakh and minimum 50,000. So recently, you in Hindu newspaper, you when the pandemic starts, at the time, what we people are collected the problem statement from the 5 villages is there will be an caches are there. The market that stores, you can see the stores and their all the products we are cleaning with the sanitizer, but not the cash. So what is the option for cleaning the cash? That is the problem statement. We got it, and from the storekeeper. Then we planned for the UV sanitation chamber to clean the caches. So then it will be initially tested with the proof of concept. After the final product is like that, we launched into the 5 villages. So this is the villages called Chansandra, Uparpet, Kurubur, and Kagati, Dodakanjur, and Chikbalapur district. It is all there in that. So 5 students and 1 alumni, with the help of, we made 200 UV sanitation chamber and deployed into the village stores itself. So this is a successful story. Then there will be a separate team for Enable India. So you have to be form the team like that and make the students should be attractive and bonding with the faculty members. Each has to be work towards to success the ideas. So a different is a person. What he is asking is, in the wheelchair, I don't want to be operate with the motorized wheelchair. I wanted to operate with the manual wheelchair, and there will be some dimension and adjustments are given. So like that, deaf and dumb people, physically challenged people, they are interacting and collecting the problem statement. So we are providing the solution to the Enable India team. So this is an example, and they have visited Samarthanam village, and they collected, and so always we have to be provide the training for the starting with the design thinking, and then creative thinking, and making a product interaction. Finally, we inform the students to go for a design registration. You see here, this is the design registration on the name of CMR Institute of Technology. Inside that, students are there, faculties are there. So under your incubation center, you should do these are the things. Then only, then after getting in rights of the design granting, you can start your company. The company name which is started under the CMRIT called DIN Harmonia. So it is a kind of toys. You can see the dice is there, right? So you may not see the wooden dice. So the wooden dice, it could be an attractive for the school kids. And also you can see this is the cards and everything will be there in the box. So it was fully based on the startups made by a student team, and the supports are faculties. So this is an innovation entrepreneurship cell. At the year of 2018 to till date, we have 12 startups. This is the success stories, and this is the patent grant. I invested my brain and time. So I faced a problem with the driving in a scooter. The left side we are unable to use. So we are always keeping in the position of there is no rotation from this side. So I thought of reducing my pain. Then what I decided is adding an additional device with the existing handlebars. So this is my invention, is wrist stress releasing semi-rotatable handlebar for the bike. Then Australian patents, many are got a grant. It is in a few example. The one example which is done by our Professor Naveen, and these are the student startups, and then the name of the founder and co-founder which is there in the CMRIT. And before going to start or pitching the event, you should know about the three important parameters called technology readiness level, product innovation rubrics, business model canvas. So these are the important terminologies, and how do we select, and everything you should be always check. The creator from the Coimbatore, she is called Dr. Lakshmi Meera. She created a very good presentation, and then the checking of TRL and PIR. You just have a look. So phases of startup always start with the ideation, and you need to go with the proof of concept and get the feedback and go with the prototype. The prototypes are help to pitch the event, and finally the product is ready, then you can start with your startup. So this is the phases of startup: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there will be a fifth stage is your successful story, and before that, this is the suspense of startups and the entrepreneurial skills. Then PIR, TRL, and the business model canvas calculation. It will be in separate task. We need to take one more hour to complete with this one. So with this input, a short introduction, I can tell you. A Forge Accelerator, Dr. Lakshmi Meera, she created a tool for checking the product innovation rubrics. And this is the rubrics. When you started a company, you need to be always score it. And this is the first stage. Then product innovation hypothesis. And finally, so the problem will be useful to the forest department or a farmer, like that. So it is a sample which I wanted to tell you. It is available on the website. She is investing this tool for evaluating her company. So iCamp 2018, she started with the name of iCamp. Her score was 18. Then the next year, June, every 6 months he is evaluating. She modified the company name as Protosem. Then again, Launchpad. Then finally, the Launchpad becomes 86. This is the way the Swiggy story. Initially it was bundle. Then he score up and again re-evaluating by self. Then finally it came into the product called Swiggy. So like that, each and every successful story of a startup or entrepreneurs, they have a different strategies are following. These are the strategies. You may make use of it. Then technology readiness level. So you can see here there is totally 0 to 9 technology readiness levels are there. So where we are always, the final year projects are ugly prototype, which I said already. So it is called TRL4. It is not at all used with anybody else. So this level only the students reached up to the final year. But if we inform the students to do this level in the first year, and definitely when coming to the final year, the TRL level 9 will be used and useful to the society, and they can go with the technology transfer, anything, or commercialization to the market also. So this is what the inputs which I wanted to give you. I think almost I cover up everything. So technology readiness level. So I taken a few example from the Ministry of Education's repositories. So this is your TRL1 problem statement, TRL2 unique selling proposition, utility of the product. So this is the TRL4. You see here this kind of a product, if we are selling into the market, are you people are buy? No, definitely we can't able to buy this kind of a product. So what we need to do, we need to modify the second stage. So inside the circuit, we will cover up with one box. So if faculty is asking to complete the project, means the students are doing like that only, keeping inside the circuit into the box and making into the cover up. So this is the TRL5. And TRL6, again, if you are interested really with the working of the same project, you can go for the modification of each and every 6 months once or 3 months once. Decide the timeline or blind by yourself. Then TRL7, you see complete, it will be looking nice to buy. Then, so along with this, it is an biomedical body parameters checking. It is only for the pregnant ladies. So pregnant ladies, TRL8, it looks beautiful. So definitely the people, they can buy. It should be an attractive one. So Scintilla, this is the company name which is invested, and they have given an example for all the TRLs. So finally, the TRL9 is look like this. So every stage they are modifying the company name as well as the product name and the features of the project. So this is end. It is end with the product. Start with the project and end with the product. So this is the story, and you can see an example of this one. So business model making canvas. It is a separate tab you need to be follow, and MBA people, they know very well what is the business plan, value proposition, customer relationship, segments. So this will be a different thing. I hope I have completed the example of pitching event. How do we pitch and what is the there in it? If you need a support from the innovation ambassador, you can always get an help from the portal of IA in Ministry of Education. So with this, we can move on to the end. So success, it will not be the simple word. It will be an idea. It is started with the dot. It is dot in your mind. Then after that, it is in creativity. Then the creativity and idea, it will be a combination of development, and it reaches to the vision, and finally it come into the innovation. Once the innovation comes, it should be inspiration to all the emerging entrepreneurs and the startup holders. They are investing money for your things, then only the success will be happen. So open to you all. Is there any questions? You may interact with me.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. I call our mentee institution representative. Kindly, please interact with our resource person. Please introduce yourself and kindly interact with our resource person.
Good morning, madam. This is Dr. V. Shravan Kumar
Yes,
from
sir. Good
Balaji
morning, sir.
Institute of Technology and Sciences, Warangal. Uh, we are the active participants of the IAC, and we are I'm the last toy kit and evaluated for the grand finale and the initial round. So
Oh,
we are also very much interested in R&D activities and activities, and
excellent, sir.
we are planning for we are recently got the idea lab also from the AACT. This year we are planning for the more innovative activities and things, madam. And we need your support. Dhanashekaran sir also giving too much support us,
Sure, sir.
and
Sure, sure.
we are also required the support.
Yes, sir. So you can always,
Thank you.
yes, always I'm suggesting if any people are getting an idea lab, so under the idea lab, you can invest the money to buy a different kind of devices to attract the students to do and design thinking. So that is the first stage, and people are thinking that doing the activity is only for the idea lab. So it is not like that. Always start with idea, end with the implementation. To be an entrepreneur or a successful startup holder. Yes, sir. Anybody else?
From KG Reddy, College of Engineering and Technology. Anyone from Vidya Jyoti Institute of Technology? Anyone from RB VRR College?
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Sir, ma'am, like your session was very informative. It's become 1 year like we have enrolled into IIST. So recently we have implemented NISP policy, and we are planning to start a pre-incubation center at our place. So I think these ideas which you have given will be definitely helping us, coming with innovative ideas for the students. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for your feedback.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes,
I'm from
Srinivas?
I'm from Vijay IT.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Uh,
Papa.
a small question I had.
Yeah,
Uh,
you can ask.
what is the best age to start a startup?
Startup, there is no age restriction. You can, I think you have heard about the newspaper from Jharkhand. One of a girl, she is studying in seventh standard, and her mother was deaf and dumb. So what she is planning is she wanted to help her mother to cleaning the houses. So she made an automatic mopping machines and everything it can do. So the now she is started with the company itself. There is no age restriction for the startup holder, but in this startup the board of directors are there. So the board of director, you should be complete age of 21. So might be you can take it the name of your father or a mother or any, because if you chosen a ladies, that will be a very good, and the tax will be reduced for the startups and all. But anyway, first 5 years there is no such kind of investment or profit you are getting it. So up to the 5 year, no problem will come, no money, no such kind of a taxes. But more than fifth year, then if you go for a limited liability partnership, then only it's a private limited company. If you modify, then the company should produce 25 crores of income for the annum. Then only the tax will be applicable. So if you I would like to suggest you, there is no age restriction for starting in startup, and the board of directors only should complete age of 21. So you may take either your father or a mother, or some nomination should be there.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Madam, this is Dr. Shravan.
Yes,
I
sir.
have a small doubt.
Yes, sir.
See, I told you that we got an idea lab. Using
Yes.
of this idea lab thing, can we establish any startup related thing?
Yes, sir, definitely. That is what the AICT is initiated an idea lab, because there
Okay,
is no workspace for the students. If really the students are supporting and they are very much interested, then you can ask the faculty coordinator or the respective HODs to give attendance to them. If they are very good in what is it, co-curricular, technically they are strong and there is no backlogs. Most probably I have seen many of the students came up with the idea, those people are having the backlogs. That is the only problem for them. But AICT
yes,
is
yes.
initiated. If the
Mm.
students are working like that, we need to give a sabbatical leave. So the sabbatical leave, in the sense, we can get 1 year permission, and they will be
Yeah,
work, and we will give a break, and managing the attendance, everything and all. So this is
yeah.
openly, it is there in the NISP policy 2019, right?
Yes, madam.
Yes,
NISP policy is there.
yes, yes.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. I hope I have covered. Is any doubts you may ask. Over to the coordinator.
Yeah. So anyone from Dr. B.V. Raju Institute of Technology? Okay. Thank you. Dr. Subhash. Subhash, your audio is not coming.
Am I audible, sir, now?
Dr. Subhash.
Yes, sir. Hello.
Yeah, yeah. Now you are inaudible.
Yeah, actually, it's nice session from Dr. V. Agalya, ma'am. Okay, so sir, ma'am actually discussed everything related to the startups. Okay, how to make a startup, how to become an entrepreneur from the early stage, and how to cross over all the TRL levels. Okay, so I also like to share some two words with that. So as any institutes, okay, so the mentor institute and institute, just I requesting them to start a incubation cell first. So after the incubation cell, the students has to register under those things, and those things can make the students to create some ideas under those incubation cells. After creating of those ideas, they need to take the transfer of those technology. That is, first I need to go for the patents. After getting the patents, they need to do for the some competitions like Smart India Hackathon, and they have to participate in some competitions like type pitch competition, and what the ma'am said, that all the competitions the students has to tie up after taking the technology transfer of this idea. That is the initial step according to me. So in this, because since the ideas can be take over by any others, so first they need to make a patent, right? First they have to register for the patent, and they need to go for the uh, opening up to the market.
Yes,
Okay,
exactly.
so
Yes, exactly,
yeah,
sir. I agree with your points. That is
yes,
because initiating of all the competitions, we have to be file first, protect your idea, then you go for the attending the contest and all. Once it is known to the public, we cannot able to file a patent within 1 year. Within 1 year, we can go for a number of contests. After 1 year, it may not be possible.
yeah, yes, point I'm just adding here. So once if you're filing, it will be better to safeguard their inventions, their innovations, and then they can go for the next level of participations in every competitions. Okay, so thank you,
Okay,
sir.
sir.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Yes, sir. Thank you for your feedback.
Okay. So thank you, Subhash. Thank you, madam, for giving valuable information and acceptance.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Anybody, ma'am, Dr. Vandana, ma'am, just share your points. Please unmute and.
So yes, sir, it is very fine, and whatever ma'am she explained is very clear, sir. If we have any doubts, we'll let you know, sir. Okay. Thank
Yeah.
you, sir.
Okay.
Thank.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, thank you very much. And I'm a registered IPR trainer. If you wanted to do a design registration or the patent filing process, I'm supporting all India level institutes. Still, I have covered up 5 to 6 institutes to file a patent, and this is my skill set. So, if anything is needed, you can ping me by phone or it is an mail.
Sure, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Any other participants from any college? Okay. Thank you, ma'am, for giving the acceptance to deliver the motivation speech in your busy schedule. Um, I thank our management and our beloved principal, Dr. S. Srinath Reddy, sir, and our dean, Dr. Sanjeev Srivastava, for giving permission to conduct the program. Uh, And also my special thanks to our Ministry of Education Innovation Cell to giving the funding support to conduct, organize this event with mentee institutions. And also I thank our mentee institution, Padma Shri Dr. B.V. Raju Institute of Technology, Telangana, Balaji Institute of Technology and Science, Telangana, Vidya Jyoti Institute of Technology, Telangana, K.G. Reddy College of Engineering and Technology, Telangana, RBVRR College for Women, Telangana, for common joined for all the faculty and students. Once again, I thank to our resource person, Professor V. Agalya ma'am, for giving wonderful lecture with us. Once again, I thank to all the participants from various colleges. Not
Yes,
final
sir.
list. I thank once again to all.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, participant, for your patient listening. May I leave?
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for all the coordinators. I request all the coordinators, please come and join 2:30. So afternoon session is first 1 hour totally is the hands-on practice for about the idea, how to create the ideas, all those things. Then 1 hour, ma'am will give the motivation speech to the students. I request all the mentee institution coordinators, okay, kindly ensure your faculty and the students' participation in the afternoon session. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.